Morning, hi there, my name's Steve. I'm one of the leaders based at City West. If you're part of the King's Church family from City West, from Mark Ross and City Centre, then great to have you with us this morning. If you're looking in from outside, we're a church based in Norwich, meet across 3 locations in the city, and during this time obviously doing things online, and each weekday we at the moment working our way through the Gospel of John. So if you have a Bible, why don't you grab it and head to John and chapter 4. And here's an encounter, well-known encounter if you read the Bible before, with Jesus and a woman at the well. And John chapter 4 verse 16. Jesus told her, "Go call your husband and come back." "I have no husband," she replied. Jesus said to her, "You are right when you say you have no husband. The fact is you have had 5 husbands, and the man you have now is not your husband. What you've just said is quite true." "Sir," the woman said, "I can see that you are a prophet. Our ancestors worshipped on this mountain, but you Jews claim the place where we must worship is in Jerusalem." "Woman," Jesus replied, "believe me, a time is coming when you will worship the Father neither on this mountain nor in Jerusalem. You Samaritans worship what you do not know. We worship what we do know, for salvation is from the Jews. Yet a time is coming, and now has come, when the true worshippers will worship the Father in the Spirit and in truth, for they are the kind of worshippers the Father seeks. God is Spirit, and his worshippers must worship in the Spirit and in truth." The woman said, "I know that the Messiah, called Christ, is coming. When he comes, he will explain everything to us." Then Jesus declared, "I, the one speaking to you, I am he." And so to summarise the story, we've got a woman here who's searching. She's had 5 husbands. She was at the well at noon to try and avoid people, and yet she was amazed that he would talk to her, him a Jew, her a Samaritan. She was searching for satisfaction. She was suffering with the shame and the sin and the guilt of some of the things in her life that she'd done, yet she was seeking. And I wonder for us, where are we searching for satisfaction? Maybe more money, better job, a relationship, a new job, family, sex, rest. Where are we searching for satisfaction? If only we had that thing, if only we had this, if only this was different, then I'd be satisfied. If only I had a bit more of that, if only I had a bigger house, a better car, I'd be satisfied. Or maybe you're carrying around sin and shame, carrying your past around, things that you've done, said, not done, things that you carry around with you, and feeling the weight of guilt and shame. And the good news of the cross is that it touches both these things and more. Maybe you're seeking and you don't quite feel satisfied. You're seeking, and the wonderful news of the cross is that each of these 3 things, the cross satisfies. The cross satisfies you like nothing else can. The gospel, the wonder of a relationship with Jesus, satisfies you like nothing else can. And wonderfully, it takes away the sin, the guilt and the shame because of Jesus dying on the cross for you and me. The weight of that is taken away and paid for at the cross. And you know, Jesus, in the same way Jesus wanted to speak to this woman at the well, she didn't think anybody was interested, but the same way he wanted to speak to her, he knew her, he cared for her, he loved her, he wanted to speak to her. In the same way, he knows you, he loves you, and he wants to speak to you. I love this bit where it says, Jesus says, if you knew the gift of God and who it is that asks you for a drink, you would have asked him, and he would have given you living water. All we need to do this morning is to ask of him, ask him to come and fill us afresh, ask him to strengthen you, to help you by his Holy Spirit alive in you. If only you knew, Jesus is saying, if only you knew what is available to you, if only you knew who I am, who Jesus is, he is saying. This morning, if only you know who Jesus is, that his Holy Spirit, if you know and follow him, is alive in you. You've had access to that this morning. If only you knew the wonderful power on tap, as it were, the gift of the Holy Spirit, that relationship with Jesus. Let me encourage you to be a worshipping people. I think this passage was preached upon by Goff a few weeks ago. Just the importance and the power of worship. Find a way during this time to be able to worship, to drink from him during this time, to engage with him, to ask the Holy Spirit to come and help you. And I know on screens and YouTube and so on, it's difficult, but find a way to engage, find a way to worship him and be refreshed, be renewed, drink from him like you can be satisfied, like you can know in no other way, by coming to him, drinking from him, knowing him, having your sin and guilt and shame wiped away because of the cross, and finding salvation, finding satisfaction in him. Bless you, church.